Hey, it's Meteorologist Cory Reppenhagen here with a quick look at your extended forecast as we're going to enter our first extended winter pattern coming up here since the season started. We're normally getting those 50-degree days kind of popping up after our winter storms. That's not going to happen this time, and it's going to be a long extended period. So let's take a look at what that means for you as you take a look at this is the actual live satellite and radar picture right now on Wednesday afternoon, and this is the first of several storm systems that will be coming across the state of Colorado over the next 10 days. This first one will be focused on the southwest and the southern part of our state. You see it kind of moving through the Great Basin right now. Some high clouds, some of the high cirrus clouds leading out in front of this starting to move across Colorado, kind of signaling the change that will start to impact the state very late tonight around midnight and then go through the day on Thursday. There are winter weather advisories in place. First in the southwest San Juans, where 5 to 10 inches will be possible with this system over the course of the entire day on Thursday. The San Luis Valley, probably because of some downsloping winds, might not have as much action, but maybe some lighter snow there in the San Luis Valley if we back that up there. Then we have the other winter weather advisory that includes the I-25 corridor from Colorado City down to Trinidad. So parts of the wet mountains and the Sangre de Cristos could get 2 to 5 inches of snow accumulation out of the system. And then you see down to the south where the red area that is in New Mexico, that's the winter storm warning. So there could be up to a foot of snow on Raton Pass coming up here through the day on Thursday. So that could be a major impact as this storm is certainly a focus down to the south. Here's your snow accumulation. Now, let me back that up and show you just the beginning tonight. So around 11 o'clock, midnight, you start to get a little snow accumulation down there in the southwest part of the state. And then by sunrise on Thursday morning, we're looking at a possibility of maybe 1 to 3 inches of snow accumulation down there in parts of Montezuma County and La Plata County and parts of San Miguel as well. So certainly the early focus there just on the southwest part of the state. But as we go through the day on Thursday, that's when the snow starts to spread across the rest of the state, and you still see that most of the impacts are down to the southern part. Not a lot of snow accumulation out of this to the north of I-70, and likely not too much in the Denver metro area as well. Although you do see that one kind of band stretching from Colorado Springs out towards the end of the Palmer Divide near Lyman. There will be a little bit of a convergence band as that southeast flow comes up and meets with the terrain. So that will most likely stay in that area, the Palmer Divide, but it will attempt to creep into the metro area. And I'll show you that here on a computer, a different model. They're focused in on northeast Colorado. So they'll pick things up at 2 o'clock on Wednesday, and we're under mostly clear skies, but that's when this cloud starts to move in kind of periodically through the evening hours there. So no snow accumulation, but as we go into the later parts of the night and early Thursday morning, the cold front kind of backs in this cloud cover from the east. And when you wake up on Thursday morning here, will be mostly cloudy skies, overcast conditions here, kind of socked in on the Front Range and the eastern plains, the northeast plains as well. Not too much snow out of this system initially in our area. That includes the mountains, the I-70 corridor, the foothills, the Front Range, and the eastern plains, but you can start to see some scattered showers possible out of this storm system here, probably in between 1 and 4 p.m. Just light flurries possible there. And then once we get past 3 o'clock, kind of getting towards the sunrise, we'll start to get a little bit more of that to fill in on the I-70 mountain corridor. We're not talking about a lot of snow or heavy snow, but it will impact the I-70 mountain corridor. And then there's that band that we talk about, and this one model here does show that briefly the Denver metro area, even the I-76 corridor, is briefly included in some of that snow accumulation, some of that heavier snow on Thursday evening. So it looks like, according to this, probably just after sunset on Thursday, we'll start looking for that chance for that band to develop and bring a little snow showers to the Denver metro area. Now, this will not likely be characterized as heavy or even moderately heavy snow, probably just some really heavier flurries. And then down the I-70 East corridor from DIA down towards Lyman, and then all the way from Lyman out to Burlington, it stays a little bit heavier, and we could see a greater impact on I-70 East corridor in that area on Thursday night, even lasting into Friday morning. And then Friday morning, we actually do get a little bit of broken cloud cover where we may see the sun briefly on Friday morning. And then again on Friday night, we're looking at a return to some lighter snow flurries type of activity, light showers Friday night into Saturday. So that's kind of how that first storm system will kind of play out. So it doesn't really mean a whole lot of impact as far as snow accumulation in the Denver metro area. As you look at the snow accumulation model, this one is showing less than a ½ inch in the Denver area, and the majority of all the models are showing the same thing. So it's not a system where not everyone will get some snow accumulation out of this, but I think there's a good chance that at least a dusting here in parts of the Denver metro area. And as you get closer to the Palmer Divide, down 86 from Castle Rock, Kiowa out to Lyman, that's where you have the better chance of having the snow actually have a greater impact. And I think that can be said for the entire prairie corridor from I-70 from about DIA all the way to the Kansas state line. So not a whole lot of impact in our region because of this first storm system, but we'll watch because we'll have several others coming our way, including one coming up this weekend. Here's your forecast highs for Thursday. We don't really get the temperatures to rise up even close to 40 degrees tomorrow, mostly because of that early cloud cover, and then those brief chance for showers. So mostly cloudy and cool conditions after that cold front comes in on Thursday. High temperature of about 37 here in the Denver metro area. That's probably where we may have the warmest temperatures of the area. And we talked about this kind of being an extended winter pattern, and you can kind of say that winter has finally arrived, because really up to this point we have not been tested too much, because all our winter storms have been on weekends and on holidays, and they have not been too impressive, and they have not coincided with commutes. So we'll start to get into that as we go into this pattern. This, you're looking at the kind of the graphical representation of this first storm system. See it right over New Mexico, kind of call this an Albuquerque low, a weak one because it's not really pressing too far up into the state of Colorado. It's the winds that wrap around the east side of the storm and push back into the state of Colorado. That's where you get your snow action, and we will get some of that, but not enough to have an impact here on the Denver metro area. As you see, that storm system moves across the state, and then into this coming weekend, that storm will actually have a chance to bring snow to the Big Apple for the first time in like 2 years. They haven't had more than 1 inch of snow in nearly 700 days out there in Central Park. So that storm system will have an opportunity as it moves out to the East Coast to deliver some snow to them. But you kind of see that Denver and all of Colorado stay under this kind of trophy conditions where the colors are bending downwards, and then you can see the bluer colors that represents the lower pressure. So we're not going, even though that storm system moves off, this is the next storm system that'll be coming in this weekend. In between there, you don't really lose complete impact of either of the storm systems, the one that's leaving and the one that's coming. So we do stay with cooler temperatures with a chance for at least a flurry during those days on Thursday, on Friday, on Saturday, and Sunday. And then here we are at Sunday with the next storm system, the second one in this succession, and that looks like it will be in a little bit more of a favorable position to bring cooler temperatures and a little bit more snow to Denver on Sunday night into Monday. which is interesting because that is the day that most of the kids go back to school in this area, is on Monday. And well, that'll be the first time this entire year where we've had a full-on commute coincide with actual snowfall. So even though that Monday storm, that Monday morning storm, at this point kind of looks like a 1 to 4 inch type storm, so it's not a huge impact storm. But just because we have kind of untested with the commute, the kids are going back to school, we have a full-on morning commute on Monday to coincide with that storm system. Even a small amount of snow accumulation could be significant there. So as you look at the 7-day forecast, you see with the first storm system, we have that chance for those flurries to develop on Thursday night into Friday morning, and then again on Friday night into Saturday morning, and then again Saturday night into Sunday morning. Those three kind of storm systems kind of look like it's going to be low impact, mostly flurries, could get no accumulation out of those in the Denver area. And then the one on Sunday night into Monday morning is the one where we watch for a more significant impact with 1 to 4 inches, but coinciding with the commute on Monday could be interesting for sure. And then what you don't see on this 7-day forecast, the next 7 days looks very similar, and there's another storm system coming in that succession in the middle of next week, which will likely feature cooler, even colder temperatures than these storms. Could be looking at some single-digit temperatures towards the middle of next week. At this point, it doesn't look like it's a huge snow impact with those storms, but at least you get the idea that we have this winter-like, wintry pattern developing, which will last at least 10 days, possibly 14 days or longer. So hopefully that helps you with some of your planning and is something to look forward to here in the coming weeks. So thank you for joining us and have a good day.